Welcome, everybody, to this week's Triple B Fooseball NFL picks with myself, Shane, and Rich Smoke, the smartest man in Philly. And how'd we do last week, Rich?
Well, I actually kept track last week, and in case anybody noticed, if you're a Tennessee Titans fan or a Cleveland Browns fan, we here at the Triple B Experience apologize. Apparently, we overlooked the game last week.
Yeah.
So we did not pick the Cleveland Browns and Tennessee Titans game. However, in the 15 games that we did pick, Shane went 9-6, so pretty good turnout by Shane there. Bubba went ahead and went 8-7, and I went 7-8, which is my worst week so far. So all in all, pretty shabby for all three of us. We definitely got to turn it around this week.
Yeah, but that was a lot of upsets, right?
Rough.
A lot of upsets.
Yeah, I mean, nobody saw Dallas losing that game to Arizona. I don't care who you are. You didn't see that happening.
No.
Baltimore was heavily favored to win their game, and they choked as well.
Yep.
Minnesota was heavily favored as well, and they choked. So there was a few picks that we thought were pretty much set in stone, locked up. And, hey, that's why we watch football games every Sunday. And we don't call them by paper, right? I mean, that's exactly why we do it.
Yeah, if we had to do for a living, I'd be poor.
And one thing I just want to say real fast, if anybody had an NFL team scoring 70 points last week, kudos to you. Because what in the college football was I watching on Sunday? I mean, come on. What is that? And I've been seeing a lot of posts recently saying, no NFL defense. Doesn't matter how good you are, whatever. You're in the pros. Like, you are in the National Football League. The cream, they're the cream. You are in the top of the line. No professional football team should be allowing 70 points on defense. There's just no way. There's no excuse for that. Nobody should allow that.
They need to blow up that whole organization of Denver. It's just terrible. Sean Payton doesn't realize what he got into now.
They thought just bringing him in was just going to patch over the whole thing. No. It's one of those things where you put duct tape over the whole of a giant. It's like going to SeaWorld in a giant enclosure and putting some duct tape on the outside. So that's going to hold it.
Right. I thought he was a good coach, and I thought he would at least give them.
Sure, I thought he was too.
It's not just him. I don't think he's the failure here. I think the team was just in such a bad position before he got there.
They don't have anybody.
All the money they gave to Russell Wilson, all the moves they made getting rid of players. I don't think it's on Sean Payton. I just think there's
no, definitely not. We have some people in the Facebook post. Paul Spencer, what's up, guys? I thought Travis Kelce was on the top right for a second. He's talking about you. Talking about you, Shane. Benjamin, thanks for tuning in.
I'm the handicapped Kelce brother.
Yeah. And he says, without Waddle, too. Benjamin says, the Steelers are going to win this Sunday on the road, 28-17. I'm feeling good tonight, he says. So let's get into our first picks. The first game is this Thursday night. The Detroit Lions, who I like, the Detroit Lions right here against the Packers. 8:15, lovely Amazon Prime. I'm going first, and then we'll end it with Rich. I'm taking Detroit Lions because I do like Detroit. I'm on that Detroit bandwagon. So, Shane, who do you got?
Oh, Motor City, baby. Detroit.
I'm nervous here. Every time we all pick the same team, it never pans out. I think at this point we're like 3-10 combined whenever we do it. But I'm going to go Detroit as well. I mean, I give Green Bay a lot of credit for that comeback win against New Orleans, being down 17-0 with 10 minutes left.
Right.
It shows a lot out of Jordan Love. So I'm going to take Detroit to whoop the shit out of Green Bay.
Okay, here we go. Now this game here, Atlanta at Jacksonville. Overseas, everybody. 9:30 in the morning if you want to get your quick fill and don't go to church. And I hate those overseas games. I really do. I don't like them. I never did. Atlanta's coming on pretty strong. Jacksonville lost last week. I think they got a bad taste in their mouth. Yeah, to Houston. I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars. Craig from Patton, thanks for tuning in. Any given Sunday, you're so right.
Yep.
Burns is in the house again. He takes the Lions. Okay, Burns, with your guru-ing situations. And he also put Jacksonville gets their shit together. Shane, who you taking?
I agree with Burns. I think
don't say that too loud.
Right the ship. So
okay.
That's the last thing we need, a confident Burns in the comment section. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
I am actually going to take Atlanta in this game. I think they're going to finally start running that ball with Bijan Robinson. I think you got to take the pressure off of Ritter. That's the number one goal right now. They're trying to pass the ball too much, and they have a phenomenal backfield. Once Atlanta gets back to running the ball between the trenches, I think they'll be all right. I got Atlanta
Okay.
in this.
That should be a good game, though, in the morning, though. You know,
Too early
drink a couple Bloody Marys, go to town. That'll be good. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. Okay, here's the this big game here. The Dolphins scoring 70 at the Buffalo Bills at 1 p.m.
This is tough.
This is a pick me game here. I'm gonna go. They're at Buffalo. I think the Dolphins are still. I'm gonna take the Miami Dolphins. I don't know that offense. I don't know if anybody can stop
This is like hitting yourself in the crotch with a hammer and seeing which nut turns purple.
Yeah.
You just don't know what's going to happen. So I'm not going to do that. I am going to pick the Dolphins.
You know what? I can't do two picks. I can't do two picks in one show where we all agree. We did it 3 times last week. We lost every single one of them. So I am actually going to switch up here for the second time in a row now. I am actually going to take Buffalo in Buffalo. If this game was in Miami, I would take Miami to dominate. I think there's Buffalo 65 to 64. You never know. At this point, Burns, nothing surprises me anymore. This has been one of the weirdest seasons of NFL football I've watched in a really long time, by the way. Very strange.
I'm trying to think. The last time I've seen 70 points was
I can't
Clemson,
remember.
and it was college ball. It was Clemson.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And West Virginia in the Orange Bowl.
I
2012 or 13 time frame.
I just think in this game, I think Buffalo's I mean, I know that Allen's been struggling with turnovers a little bit, but I still think that Buffalo is much, much better than Denver is defensively.
Oh,
even.
yeah.
I'm not saying that Miami won't get some points on the board. I'm sure they will.
What happened with Josh Allen, Rich? I mean, my goodness.
He was my MVP favorite coming into this season. I thought this was going to be the year where he finally put it all together. I thought I said the same thing last year. I've been waiting for that year where he just shuts everybody up the way I've been hoping that he would. I'm not a Buffalo fan, but I like the kid. Great kid from Wyoming, small school kind of guy. I love them guys. But yeah, I'm going to take Buffalo here. I'll take Josh Allen. I don't believe in myself at all when I make that pick. I'll take Buffalo.
That's okay. I think it's going to be a close one, though. But I don't. It might be 64-65, 65-64. Okay, I don't care about this game, but I had to put it on here. The Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns at 1 p.m. on CBS. You know what? I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns, just because I think they're going to pass a little more, and I think they got something to play for since Chubbs is out. I think a little bit now. That's what I'm going to go with.
It's like those videos 15 years ago, bum fights. It's entertaining. Don't know who's going to win, but I'm going to pick the Brownies.
Well, I guess this is the third straight game where I'm the only person that picks a team differently. I'm going to take Baltimore here. I think that without Chubb, I think the Browns' offense looks a little bit more stagnant. You can tell by that game, I think Pittsburgh would have gotten ran all over last week. I mean, Cleveland was pounding it hard, and it wasn't until Chubb went down that all of a sudden you watched that whole team deflate. I think Cleveland's going to have a hard time rebounding from that. I'm going to take Baltimore.
Okay. Burns took the Browns. This game is probably going to be for the number 1 pick next year. The number 1 pick bowl right here. The Denver Broncos at the Chicago Bears. And I did speculate in here that somebody in ESPN said Fields is going to be a premier quarterback. I don't know if he was smoking crack or crystal meth or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know which.
Maybe both.
Maybe. I'm going to say this. I think Denver has to show up because they got an ass beaten like no other. I think it's going to be very close, and I'm going to go with the Denver Broncos. Shane?
I'll tell you what, Bub, I'm going to go with the Bears. Even though they're bad, the Broncos are just that much worse, I think.
This is a shit bowl right here.
My opinion on this whole season has changed. I think Chicago is the worst team in the National Football League right now on paper and on the field. I've never believed in Justin Fields, for the record. I always thought he was terrible. He's like a wish version of Michael Vick. Like somebody tried to order Michael Vick and they gave him Fields instead. I'm taking Denver in this game. After they give up 70 points with a coach like Sean Payton, there's a lot of guys with a fire under their butt coming into this week, and I think Denver's going to show something this week.
Okay. Sharon Wheeler, thanks for tuning in. Here we go. Here's my game, my 1 o'clock game. Steelers at the Texans. You know I'm taking, no doubt about it, the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is not a trap game, but I will talk about this game tonight after I do the review of the Raiders game. I'm doing a 2-for-1 tonight because I got a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I'm trying to package it all up. Joe Betts, thanks for tuning in. But the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think hopefully it's not a trap game, and I hope not. But Steelers are my pick. Shane?
It's the first time in 3 weeks. Every time I pick the Steelers to lose, they win. So I don't know if I should pick them to lose, but I'm going to pick the Steelers to win. So hopefully I'm not cursing them by picking them. But
I hope you're not either. And Burns says it's a trap game.
I've been shitting on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm 1-2 against them right now because they're 2-1 total. I've picked against them, I think, in all 3 games now. I am going to take Pittsburgh in this game as well. I got Pittsburgh here.
Ooh, okay. Joe Betts, thanks for tuning in. This game here we go. The Rams versus the upstarting Colts. Oh, my. You know what? I'm going with the Colts. I'm going to take the Colts. I just like that upset last week, and I'm going to go with that. As crazy as it sounds.
It's not that crazy. I'm taking the Colts, too.
Oh, okay. Well,
sons of bitches.
Jesse James, thanks for tuning in.
I thought I was going to be the only person going with the Colts here. I mean, I could see it going both ways, but the Rams looked absolutely terrible. I mean, granted, they put against a good defense on Monday Night Football, but I wasn't worried about that game anyway because I was too busy watching my game. But
that's a 1:00 game too, so they're coming to Indianapolis. So
I'm gonna take the Colts, but again, that's another one of those games I want to put like an asterisk next to. Like, we'll see.
Okay, this has got to be Burns. Burns is taking the Rams. Okay, Burns.
We're bitter with the Rams. Okay, they cost us a game last week.
Okay, this matchup right here: Tampa Bay Buccaneers at New Orleans Saints, 1 p.m. on Fox. I'm going on the Baker Mayfield train. I think Tampa Bay is going to beat the New Orleans Saints. I'm just throwing it out there.
You're not really going off on a ledge there. I think Tampa's going to win this one.
Well, after what I watched my Eagles do to those little Buccaneers on Monday night, I'm actually going to go. I'm actually not going to take Tampa. I'm taking New Orleans here. I know they let me down last week, but I am going to take New Orleans. I think that with Derek Carr out, I think they're actually better. I think they're better off with Jameis Winston than they actually are Derek Carr. We saw flashes of Jameis Winston last year before he got hurt. I think he fits this offense much better than Carr did. I'm going to take the Saints in this game. I'm going to say they're going to win by maybe 10 points. I think it's going to be a nice win.
Burns is taking the Aints.
I just don't believe in Baker Mayfield.
I don't either, but this could be he could be the comeback player of the year. Maybe. I don't know. Or not. Okay, now here's your game. Right here. Here's the big one. Division rival. Washington Commanders at Philadelphia Eagles, 1 p.m. on Fox. I'm taking the Eagles. I mean, there ain't no doubt about that. The Redskins just suck, and I did say Redskins. So
yeah,
that's okay. Redskins.
Eagles.
This will probably be unanimous, huh, Rich? You think this will be unanimous on this one?
I like this one. I mean, I told you there will come a week where I pick against us. I mean, I try to be.
Wow, I can't do that. You are more ballsy than I am.
I try to be as unbiased when I do a podcast. I always have my picks of like my bias picks, and I have the let's be honest picks. I mean, last year against Pittsburgh, I actually had us winning by like some crazy high margin, and I was only off by 2 points, which is actually pretty funny.
Patton.
The Steelers comments were not happy with me last year. But
I know.
I'm gonna take Philly against.
I was cool though. We got our asses beat last year. I mean, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, I was pretty damn close. They all told me I was being dramatic and that we were going to lose.
Nope.
We actually won. I was off by 2 points in that game.
Nope. Okay, here we go. Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans, 1 p.m. on Fox. I'll go. I'm going to go Cincinnati. It's a toss-up. I don't like either one. Shane?
I'm going to go Cincinnati, too. I picked them last week. They've burnt me in the past, but picking them.
I'm also going to take Cincinnati in this game as well. They looked pretty good against the Rams the other night. I'm happy with it. I mean, finally starting to get the guys in motion, though. I mean, Mixon played pretty well. We found Jamar Chase finally after playing 3 weeks of Where's Waldo. We finally found Waldo, finally. I think they're going to win this one big, actually.
Burns is taking the Titans. Titans used to be a better team a couple years ago. I think
defensively, they were good. I think Derrick Henry lost a step. I mean, at halftime last week, they said he had -7 yards on 4 carries at half.
People were talking for the Steelers to trade him. Nah, I'm good. I don't need him. Here we go. The Minnesota Vikings at the Carolina Panthers. 1 p.m. on Fox. The Minnesota Vikings are not going to be 0-4. I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings over the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers are trash, I think. Shane?
I've picked Minnesota a couple times already and got burnt. I'm gonna roll with it. They're not gonna go 0-4. Vikings.
I guess this is the third straight game where we all picked the same pick. I'm going to take Minnesota as well. I mean, Carolina for me is right down there with Chicago. I think they're some of the worst teams in the league. And that Bryce Young pick, I hated Bryce Young in college. Was never a fan of the overhype. Never looked as good as Tua did, by the way. They made him seem like he was better. I thought Tua looked dramatically better in college. But, yeah, I don't sign on to Bryce Young whatsoever. But, yeah,
Gotcha.
Minnesota.
Okay, let me get – okay. Yeah, I did say it's because of Vikings because it's a 1 p.m. start. Oh, okay, Burns. I don't know if that makes a difference, Burns.
Well, they say Kirk Cousins can't show up in prime time. That's why he's saying that.
Oh, okay.
He has a terrible win-loss record whenever they play Sunday night or Monday night football games.
Gotcha.
Wow, I can't believe you know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's good. Well, that's why you're the smartest man in Philly.
That's right.
That's right. Okay, here we go. The Los Angeles Raiders against the Las Vegas Raiders versus Los Angeles Chargers. Boy, I fucked that all up.
There we go.
405 CBS. I don't like the Raiders. I don't think they did anything last week. Josh McDaniels sucks as a coach, and I'll get into that here at 9 o'clock about, when I review that game. I'm going to go with the Chargers. Taking the Chargers. I think Herbert's going to
the Raiders are garbage. I'm going with the Chargers too. I mean, they're probably like just a hair better than the Panthers.
I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo just played a terrible game. I mean, he just did not look good. I mean, he played pretty well before that, but he just looked so bad. And I think that they got a very pissed off Devontae Adams right now. By the way, I'm not sure if you saw the interview.
That's what I heard. Yep,
he's absolutely furious. There's actually a lot of bad interviews last week. The guy from Denver had a lot to say too. Defensive lineman, offensive lineman. You know what? I was going to go Chargers here, but you know what I'm going to do? Mike Williams is now off of that lineup. The wide receiver is out for the season for his ACL in that game on Sunday. I am actually going to go against the grain. I'm going to go Vegas. I'm going to say Garoppolo plays better this week. I think Devontae Adams is hot and heated. Josh Jacobs got shut out last week.
This is like our wrestling picks right now.
I think Jacobs is going to play better here.
Okay. All right on. Okay, here we go. New England Patriots at the Dallas Cowboys, 4:25 on Fox. Dallas got snookered last week. New England Patriots don't have enough firepower. Their defense is not too bad, but Elliott's coming home. I can't see him having a big day. I'm going to pick Dallas Cowboys. Shane?
Yeah, I don't think the Cowboys lose 2 in a row.
I don't think the Cowboys are good, but
I made a decision. So I will not be biased with my Eagles picks, but I'm going to be so fucking biased on Dallas this year. You know what? From here on out, I'm never picking them to win ever again. I am going to take New England. Ezekiel Elliott goes back to the house. He goes back to Jerry's world, and he runs all over them. Tony Pollard plays like shit, and everybody goes, "Oh my God, why did we get rid of Zeke?" And Zeke is going to kill him.
That could be. You could be right.
Mac Jones has been killing it in short yardage, by the way. At one point, he was like 36 for 37 on passes under 5 to 10 yards. He's been killing it on the short game. I think that's Dallas's weakness, and without Trevon Diggs now, you saw what that secondary looks like without him.
That could be the upset.
And I'll never believe in Dak Prescott. That interception he threw to lose the game might have been one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen in the end zone.
He fucking sucks. He's never taken him anywhere.
So I'm going to take New England.
Kenny Pickett will take the Steelers fucking farther than the Dallas Cowboys would.
Yeah, they should get Will Greer off the practice squad. He's better than Prescott.
Absolutely.
So Burns said the Patriots. Here we go at this one. This will be a good game here. I think this could be a good game. The Arizona Cardinals at San Francisco 49ers, 4:25 on Fox. Hey, look, man, you got the 2X Steelers playing. They're playing their hearts. They'll be competitive, but they will not beat the 49ers. I'm taking the 49ers. It'll be a competitive game, though. It could be. I mean, it's like
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed by the Cardinals. I am, but this 49ers are just so good.
I mean, they're one of the top teams in the NFL right now. Them, especially the NFC side. Them in Philadelphia. I mean,
I can't think of a team better, Rich.
Yeah, San Fran has definitely the most complete defense right now, and I think they're better than Dallas's defense. So I think Arizona, they're going to get a little bit of humble pie this week and be reminded that they're not as good as they thought they were because San Fran's a whole different beast than Dallas.
Right. Well, Chris Elliott's tuning in, and Craig Fitzpatrick said from Patton, Dallas and the Pats can beat the crap out of each other. LOL.
I don't care about either one.
He's a big Eagles fan, so that's why.
That's my man.
Yeah, and Chris said, "Hey fellas, okay, here we go. This is Sunday Night Football with Chicken Neck Collinsworth, the Kansas City Chiefs at the New York Jets minus Aaron Rodgers, 8:20 on the lovely Peacock Network." And let me see, Burns probably he's. Are you kidding? The 49ers big. Oh, I'm not kidding, Burns. You never know. I didn't think they were going to beat Dallas. I was waiting for your fucking response. You're a little bit behind. So I'm going. The Jets don't have nothing without no quarterback. I don't give a shit if their defense is top notch. Taking the Kansas City Chiefs. Burns says the Chiefs by 30. Holy shit. Well, hey, it could happen. It could happen.
We've seen it once.
Yeah. Shane?
Hey, I can't go against everybody's favorite Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah, ain't that a
I'm
bunch
gonna
of
pick
bullshit?
Kansas City. You know,
Who
all the
cares about
Swifties,
that?
get your friendship bracelets, watch the game. It's gonna
They
be a
don't
good
watch
time.
football. They don't watch
Well,
football.
I was seeing a bunch of memes today about the real Swift and Kelsey relationship. Should be DeAndre Swift and Jason Kelsey for the Eagles. We have the running back named Swift, and we have Kelsey. It was fun. There's a bunch of memes. It's like, you mean to tell me these two people were banging it out? We're like, no, wrong Kelsey swear. Wrong Swift and Kelsey.
Hey, you know, your boy's got the number one. He's got the number one podcast now.
Yep.
Your boy from Philly,
him and Travis. Yep. Jason
number
and
one.
Travis.
Yeah, that's the number one podcast.
Phenomenal podcast, by the way. Unbiased.
Is it?
I mean, it is a phenomenal podcast.
I haven't heard it. I'd like to check it out.
Jason brings his wife on all the time, and she's absolutely hilarious. If you ever watched the documentary that Kelsey came out with, she's a peach, man. But yeah, I'm going to take Kansas City in this game big. I was riding the Jets train there. I was trying to have some hope for my father-in-law's sake. I didn't want to get hit by a shoe from the wife, but in this game, I'm going to take Kansas City. I think it is going to be a pretty big runaway game. So,
okay.
Sorry, Jetties. Sorry.
I think
You're
it's
out
gonna
of
be a big
fuel.
blowout.
You lost the wing.
Hopefully my FanDuel, maybe I can win some money. I've been playing shitty, man. It sucks. Okay, Monday Night Football. Seattle.
Night.
Yeah, Monday night. This will get huge ratings.
What is this?
Seattle Seahawks at the New York Giants, 8:15 on ABC and ESPN. Thank God they don't have two football games going at the same goddamn time.
That pissed me off on Monday night, by the way.
Yeah, that's
I'm trying
terrible.
to watch the Eagles game, and they keep making the screen really small to show me what's happening in LA. And I'm like, I don't give a shit about LA. Or I would be watching that game on the other channel.
Yeah.
Get the hell off.
Yeah, hey, I got a question for you, Rich. Craig says, hey, Rich, do you think Kelly Green jersey is going to be popular this year?
I think it always has been. I mean, it's always been one of our number one alternate jerseys. We've been waiting for it to come back. We haven't had it in 5. I think the last time we had it was Michael Vick back in 2010, 2011. And the Philadelphia fans have been begging to get that back. And right now, one of the hottest selling jerseys, actually, is the Jason Kelsey Kelly Green jersey, actually. And by the way, fun fact. Here's another fun fact for you, fellas.
Sure.
Jason Kelsey sells the most amount of jerseys to women in the entire National Football League.
I did not know that.
Not Jimmy Garoppolo, not the Patrick Mahomes or the Josh Allens or the sex symbols. Believe it or not, Jason Kelsey sells more female jerseys. Well, you know what?
Big guys that drinking are funny are more of a sex symbol than guys
material.
that are good looking. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go.
Brad Pitt, then, huh?
Yeah, Brad. Burnsy says Seattle Seahawks. Kelly Green was hot. No. She was back then, yeah. Motherfucker.
That is not what we were doing.
That is good. No, Kelly Green was a cheerleader in our old high school. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't see a comment when
How much older is she? Is she older than Brian?
Yeah. She's I think she's a year older than me. Yeah, that's funny. Oh yeah. We're over the time, but who gives a shit?
Who are you guys taking in this dumpster?
I'm taking in the upset. The New York Giants.
You smoked a lot of reefer before coming on this.
I wish I did. I'd eat a lot of gummies.
Hey, I have a cheesesteak question. Is Geno's? I ate it at Geno's one time. Is that good? It's not the best. That's not the best, right?
I don't know. I thought it was.
I'm asking Rich.
No,
what's the best?
Well, he just shook his head.
Cheesesteak out there.
If you talk to any tourist, Pat's and Geno's is the place to go. If you talk to anybody who actually lives here, and I'm a part of a bunch of Roxborough groups in Philadelphia groups where they talk about the best local foods and all that.
I thought it was.
Pat's and Geno's is not even in the top 5 conversations. Not even the top 10 conversations
Really?
right now.
Wow.
Because the food is not good. I mean, it's always mobbed. You're paying super high prices because of what it is. It's super well known.
It was greasy.
But it's not good. I mean, they use like really cheap meat most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm not a Cheese Whiz fan personally, so I was never into that kind of thing.
Cheese Whiz. Yeah, if you want crackers.
With whiz,
You want with or without. Man, shut the hell up and speak English. Get the hell out of here. I'm sorry. Do not go to Pat's and Geno's. If you ever go to Philadelphia, I love you guys. Stop in Manioc and Roxborough. There's a place called Delisanders that's really good. There's a place called Chubby's there. It's really good. Do not go to all the way down to Center City to eat that nasty crap. So,
I'm not thinking pizza rolls, Burns. I'm not thinking pizza
rolls.
rolls.
I know.
When Rich comes out, we're going to take him to Permanis. We might not take him to the one in the strip, but we'll take him to a Permanis.
We'll go.
Oh, you guys are funny. Hey, what are you guys doing at 9:00? You guys just want to come on my show at 9?
I'm in, baby. Let's do
What
it.
the hell?
We're already here. Might as well not take a break.
Well, everybody, we're hey, what the fuck?
Shane, what was your pick for this game? By the way?
Gino, baby. Gino Smith.
Gino Smith. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the one that hung that 70 points on Clemson 10 years ago.
Is that where that reference was coming from? The Pats?
Yeah, so I went down a goddamn rabbit hole. I'm sorry.
I've been to Chicky and Pete's, Rich. Good place. Chicky and Pete's.
I love Chicky
Craig
and
says.
Pete's.
Okay,
phenomenal. The crab fries are great. You get the buffalo chicken cheesesteak from there is phenomenal. I love Chickies and Pete's. You got to be willing to spend a couple $, if you go in the city to get it, but it's pretty damn good.
Is that like a franchise or something?
Yeah, it's a really popular restaurant they came up with down here in the Philadelphia area. I think we're down in Jersey now, but it was a Philadelphia originated restaurant. Okay. But I'm going to take Seattle as well. I'm going against everybody in the NFC East again. Last week, the Eagles were the only team to pick up a W out of the NFC East, and it's going to happen again this week because Dallas is going to choke. Washington's going to choke.
Well, you'll be in first place anyway. I mean, you're going to be in first place anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. I can't wait. I'm super excited.
Well, I mean, we'll see how this goes. I mean, hey, we're not putting any money on it. I mean, I just do FanDuel and see if they score. That's it.
And we're already over the time, but I just wanted to ask you guys. I mean,
that's okay. We're over the time. We're good.
Is this not one of the weirdest seasons of football that you can remember for a while now? Like weird teams showing up that weren't supposed to show up, and the teams that were supposed to show up have been invisible almost. I mean, Cincinnati's looked awful. The Rams were supposed to be better. They've looked awful. Vegas put all this money in. They were supposed to be great. They're awful. Yeah. You know, the Giants paid Daniel Jones $45 million a year, and he looks absolutely terrible. I mean, it's just been a really, really weird season. And none of the rookies are panning out, by the way, either. The quarterbacks are terrible.
Well, until we get to 9:00 where I talk about Mr. C.J. Stroud. That guy is
he played well,
that's why I figured I'd bring you guys on because you guys you got a different aspect, and you guys can talk about the Vegas game too. That'll be good.
He struggled the first 2 games, which is acceptable. You're a rookie. I mean, it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. You're going to struggle for a little while. There's always been that big debate on do you put rookies in right away? Do you let them sit and watch?
We'll save that. Save that.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. I mean, but he did play a lot better last week. He finally showed that he can actually play.
Well, everybody that was on. Wait, hold on. That's what the NFL wants. Everybody 9-8. They want Wednesday night games and shit too.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna have a football game every night of the week eventually. Instead of having 15 games one night and Monday night football, it's gonna be ridiculous all week long.
So everybody, we went 8 minutes over, but it's okay. We had a great time talking about the Philly steak and cheese, and then Burns with his Kelly Green reference. I haven't seen her in 30 years, and. Yeah, we're going to have these guys back in the studio in about a half hour, and I'm bringing these guys back on, and then we're going to talk Steeler football. So everybody just stay tuned. Go take a piss. Come back in about a half hour, and we'll be talking Steeler football, the 3 of us.
Yeah, go Eagles, I mean Steelers.
No, you're allowed to say that. Yeah, you're allowed to say that. Okay, everybody, hey, stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys in a half hour if you guys want to talk Steeler football because I got a lot of goddamn things to say.
You won't want to
miss
miss
everybody. Don't miss it. Here we go.